Did you always started painting as a kid, or was it more drawing, then painting? What was the first thing that caught your eye as a kid, teenager, or now as an adult?
Yeah, as a kid, I would say I was just super an imaginative kid. Like I had a big imagination. That's what I remember the most being a kid. I didn't really like I would do the normal like doodling or drawing as a kid, but it was never like, oh, this is what I want to be when I grow up. It was always like, I don't really know, actually. I just know I have a crazy imagination and hopefully that takes me somewhere. And then fast forward, it was kind of like that most of my childhood. Really, I was still trying to figure out what it is that tugged at me and called me. I just always knew it was something creative because of how my mind was. And then when I left high school, I went to college. Oh, well, before I went into college, I started doing watercolor painting, and I would try to replicate paintings. And I'm like, let's see how I feel doing this. And from that moment, I was just like, wow, this feels really, really good, and I really like doing this. And I went to school. I went to college, and the lady sat down with me, and she's like, "What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to major in?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. No, say I don't know. Um, and I just saw art history. That was like the first thing
Hmm.
that popped up for me, art history. I'm like, yeah, let's do art history and let's just see where it takes me from there. So I got into like film photography, so developing film first before I even touched a paintbrush. And then I had one oil painting class. And I took that one class and I probably took two or three classes. And I automatically knew that that was the thing that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I'm like, I don't really care too much about any of these other classes, but I know that art is what I want to do. So I, because I just had that realization in that moment, I was like, man, I don't really don't want to be in school right now. I want to create. I feel like this is the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life. It was just a feeling that I had in my spirit. And I remember leaving school and I was bawling my eyes out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna disappoint my mother, for
Yeah.
leaving school, whatever. And not to say that there's anything wrong with being in school. If you're in school, stay in school and keep doing that because that can lead to who knows what.
Hmm.
But for me and my own personal journey, I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to paint for the rest of my life. So I left school. Fast forward, I said I'm gonna create every day from here. Like I just want to paint and I want to put my artwork out there as much as I can. And I started doing live poetry events where they would have me as like the featured artist, and I would put up my artwork. That was like my first time ever, like even displaying my work. And from that point on, it was like infinite. I just knew that this is what I was going to do. And I just kept doing it and showing my work wherever I could show my work.
Super dope, super dope. Were those
Yeah.
first experiences nerve-wracking, especially in a place like I assume you started displaying your work in New York?
Oh, yeah.
So was it nerve-wracking in such a space where the arts are such a big thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely nerve-wracking because New York is a very big city. And then, like, there's so many artists, right? Like, there's so
Hmm.
many people doing the same thing. Um, But I remember the person who was putting this event together reached out to me and they were like, "We want to show your work." And I was like, "Really?" So then I went and I showed my work, and I remember the feedback that I got was like super, it was amazing. Like people resonated with the work and they were interested and asking me all these questions, and I was still trying to figure out my style of painting. Um, so it was nice to just see how people reacted to the work that I had created in that time period.